In today's video, I would like to go over 5 common mistakes every support player is doing. Let's go. The first and the most important mistakes that everyone is doing is breaking the line of sight between the support and the character that needs healing. As you can see, we have a situation on Blizzard World where we got the kill onto the Moira, massive one. We'll have an advantage as a result. Our Ana is standing in a great position, although her line of sight is broken by this bubble that's about to expire. So it feels like the Tracer is going to be fine. Let's see if she has any ultimates or any cooldowns, I'm sorry. 0 cooldowns to save herself, so it's gonna be all about you saving him. Let's see how the situation will escalate. As we can see, we are going for an absolute disaster here. This guy is gonna break quite a lot of rules here. So first of all, he is breaking the line of sight by being in danger. Second of all, he is not aware. Third thing is that he is in a horrible position, making himself vulnerable. And the last one is that he is wasting his cooldowns for nothing. Let's go for it one by one. The perfect position in this situation is going to be here, as you are really safe behind the corner. You have your Zen player, and both of you can actually destroy that monkey that's going for any aggression. Although you are aware that the monkey does not have the bubble, so the engage is going to be really bad. You can sleep him, you can anti him, the Discord orb is there to be, and your Orisa can actually spear him, so there is nothing he can do. Instead, our Ana player is going for a panic mode and thinking that if I will not, and again, you can see that he has wasted his nade right here, so he will not have that in the future. This is a massive one, right? So let's take a look at this situation again. We have the monkey jumping here, dropping the bubble, and as you can see, so instead of you being reactive and going like, oh no, I need to save my Tracer, what is gonna happen if I will not rush forward and nade him? You stay back, you being chilling, right? Maybe you nade the monkey instead and be proactive. So here, you put yourself in a very vulnerable situation. You absolutely, you should have been dead honestly, but this guy hit the lamp. You broke the line of sight of your teammates, and now they are in big danger. Notice how you are not looking at anyone except Junkrat at the moment, in comparison with you being right here. I understand that this is really hard to play against Pharah and that monkey. There is nothing you can do here, but playing here is going to be far more superior. As a result of your bad moves, your team is suffering quite tremendously. Notice how they are dying one by one, and there is nothing you can do, simply because you are not there and nowhere to be found. This is exactly what this Pharah player wants. He wants to atomize you. He wants to make sure that you are alone and without help, going for a kill one by one, to make sure that you are always in the line of sight of a tank. And if he's not in your line of sight, tell him in a voice chat. There is nothing wrong with that. The second mistake I wanted to talk about is going to be a wasting of your cooldowns as a support player. The most important thing that you can do is you want to make sure that you have all the resource ready when it's going to be time to unleash them. So as you can see, we have wasted our sleep in a Reinhardt's shield, so we'll not have him for another 11 seconds. And actually there are a few ways that people are wasting their cooldowns, whether you are not using them at all or using them on cooldown but in a wrong place or way, or you are having a little combination of both. This is exactly what I see when I coach people. Again, boom, nade is done. There is literally 0 value that you have acquired while throwing that nade. Imagine you would have a nade here for both the Kiriko and the Moira. Notice how would maybe playing a little less aggressive, maybe you would bait out the cleanse, although she does not have cleanse, probably she wasted it already as well. And you would just be a lot more useful. We're going for the nano. Lucky you that you have it, although sleep would be amazing here. I have no idea why this Ana player is holding on to that ability. Sleep here. Sleep, nade, follow up on damage. Wasted nade, no sleep, wasted sleep. So this is exactly one of the biggest problems I see support players are making, because honestly, this game would be, or this fight would be a lot more different if this Moira player would spend her cooldowns in a proper manner. Notice how she's going for the damage orb, as this is really good. She is setting them for failure, although this coalescence kinda bad, simply because you are getting a kill onto the Mercy here without any follow-up. You got the kill, but unfortunately there is nothing more for you to gain, simply because you were not aware of the situation, and I don't understand how you did not see the teleporter. But imagine you would have a full coalescence right now, so you would go for an orb here, you would press it, you come back, and you use your coalescence on this Sigma, insta-dead. Instead, this guy is gonna be alive and safe, and there is nothing you would be able to do, right? Let's look at this Moira a little bit more. How would she use her orb? That's a pretty decent usage, and then she's going for the Fade. Although there could be so many more opportunities that would actually make it a lot easier for your team to win this team fight. Mistake number 3 is going to be from my own personal gameplay. You will actually see how much I was suffering tremendously against this Queen player, and we were going for overtime, and honestly, we should have definitely lost this game if it would not be for my swap. And I was playing Ana, and we had Mercy at the start, and we were suffering quite tremendously against anti from Ana, as well as the Queen ult. There was nothing we could do, and they would just roll us like I don't know what. But as you can see, we are going for the build-up on Queen. This is a high diamond low masters game, and she's going for the ultimate. I just cleanse it, boom, and then we kite out the nano with the coalescence, and there is nothing this guy can do to save himself. He is just lost and confused, and as you can see, they have missed all their windows of power, windows of opportunity, and now it's time for us to actually cook. And now let's compare that with the situation where I was playing Ana. This is a mistake that I was trying to do. And now let's compare the same situation where I was playing Ana, same map, same opponents. We were suffering quite tremendously. So this guy is going for Queen ult. He got our Hanzo. Boom. This guy's dead. There is nothing we can do to save him. Poor guy. Imagine I would have cleansed him. Imagine I would have cleansed him. And again, this is all wasted potential. Or I have no idea why this guy is playing Mercy when there are literally so many more characters with better value. Well, probably he was thinking that he just wants to play Mercy, just like I was thinking that I really want to play Ana. And this is the result. This is a result. Look at this guy. You did not save him. You were the reason why he died. How do you feel about it, huh? You feel good? Well, he doesn't. He doesn't feel anything. And look at me. I died from cringe as well. Don't do that, please. Don't make the same mistakes. Mistake number 4 is thinking that support is not a healer. Trust me, I've been in both places. I know that sometimes you really want to go for the damage output, and sometimes you want to go for the straight healing. Notice how there is a situation where this Cassidy player could have been saved with a proper healing technique, but instead of that, this guy went for a shot onto an enemy player that's instantly gonna get healed by both Ana and Mercy. Your guy is dead, and you could have saved him. Look at him. It definitely doesn't feel good. So the basic rule of the thumb is going to be that you are applying as much pressure on the support while demanding as little heals, and making sure that you are distracting enemies. You want to make sure that you are going for that sweet cheeky play onto the Kiriko while you are flanking the enemies, distracting, making sure that you relieve pressure instead of accumulating it on your enemies. This is super duper important, and it will win you so many more games. I usually see the problem where both me and my opponent would play Ana. I would have 6,000 damage and 6,000 healing, and he would have 1,000 damage and 10,000 healing. And let me tell you, do you really think that healing damage is inferior to healing? I absolutely don't think so. Notice how this guy is being aggressive, he's creating angles, he's punishing, he's literally going for this awkward type of style. This is the first player that I heard of when it comes to like aggressive supporting, where he's constantly thinking like, you need to go in, And I've had so much success with Kiriko, I had so much success with Ana. Obviously you need to be exceptionally good and mechanically strong to pull this off, but when you do, you are going to be an unstoppable force and a big help for your team. The mistake number 5 that I always see people do is that they lack awareness. You can go for a very, like a strong word, awareness, and look at every single bronze 5 player. It feels like they have no idea what's happening on the map. It feels like they don't have headphones. It feels like they cannot move their camera to really get the visual idea of what's happening. And you really want to go for complete understanding, deep understanding of what's happening on the map, and especially on the support. You have to constantly ask yourself, can I deal damage or do I need to heal? Can I go there or do I need to like chill and go back? So for example, this exact moment is just a lack of awareness. If you'd look at it from the bird's eye view and go for like this, right? What you want to do instead on Kiriko is to create angles that will allow your team to push forward. So instead of going in the chokes like this, so okay, you cleanse the Genji, right? You want to full heal him, or Mercy is gonna do it, because there is nothing interesting when you are going for Mercy, right? And again, we are talking like, why would you play Mercy in this team comp? You have Widow and Genji. Who are you damage boosting? And if you are not damage boosting, why are you playing Mercy? But that's another long video. So maybe you want to drop down and try to pressure this Mei, although there's Pharah that can absolutely destroy you. So you are limited for options here, and as you can see, you are dying once, you're being rezzed, then you are using your teleport to, like, you have to understand that there was no real reason to use the teleport here, and your Genji is going in. So he's going in alone with the coalescence. He's an absolute idiot and absolutely deserves to die in that moment, but you could have saved him. You actually could have saved him, and you got a pick, and this is when you turn around. This is when you turn around fights. This is when you prove that you are a great support that can carry games, because carrying games is not all about like dealing more damage than the other support or dealing more damage than your DPS. Notice how he's wasting his coalescence on a full health Kiriko here, and we have a massive win fight right here. And then you have a Genji that desperately needs healing, and oh man, oh what the, oh god, what's happening with my DPS, FPS I mean. Okay, so you have wasted your jump right here just to go back in the same room. Right? That's lack of awareness. Instead of you TPing to that Genji and helping him, this guy needs you. And now you are in a bad situation again. Luckily, your queen has an ult, the enemy team doesn't, and you are just continuing the domination. Let's see if you will be able to... Was there a way for you to save this guy? You've wasted cleanse again. Where? Okay. But you are not dying. You are not dying, right? So you could have just TP'd out, right? Yeah, just TP out like this. And then imagine you would be in a great position and would have cleansed your Mercy. They would spend more resources trying to kill her. This team fight was super duper winnable, but every single time that your team made an awareness mistake, you lower and lower and lower your chances of getting a W. And then you would go onto the Reddit and say, oh, this game is unwinnable, it's 50-50, there is nothing I could have done, I played perfectly and stuff. Make sure that you are reviewing your own replays, make sure that you are getting the full responsibility for your mistakes. See you in the next one. Take care.